Okay, guys, so today, our last day of the week, we are doing area of trapezoids. And we're going to do that one all by itself because it has a little bit more to it on the formula. It's a little bit more complicated than triangles and rectangles, but you'll get it. I know you will. Okay, so like the other formulas, this formula is on your formula chart. So utilize that formula chart. You get on the STARS test, so make sure you're utilizing it. Okay, so for the area of a trapezoid, our formula is 1/2 times, and this is in parentheses, it's very important, base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So because this is in parentheses, you need to make sure you do that addition first. That's why PEMDAS is there. It's in parentheses, and parentheses is that P at the very beginning in PEMDAS. So you need to make sure you do that addition first. So we're going to do parentheses first. So we're going to add the base, the two bases. So this first top base, this bottom base, we're going to add them together, and then we're going to multiply it by the height, how tall it is, and then we're going to split it in half, divide it by 2. Okay, so that's what you go. So when I do this, I would write it out. I would go write out the formula and then replace all of the letters with what the numbers are, and then you do the addition and then the multiplication. Okay, so let's look at it. I might make this bigger so you can see my work. Okay, so a trapezoid and its dimensions are shown below. So I know trapezoid, 1/2 times the first base plus the second base times the height. Okay, so we're going to find the area in square centimeters of the trapezoid. So I want to take this, I'm going to have 1/2 here. I'm going to take that first base, that top is 13, plus that bottom is 18, and then multiply it by 8, which is the height, because that's how much it is, how tall it is from up and down. Okay, so I'm going to add first. So I'm going to do 13 plus 18 first. So 18 plus 13 first. 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3. So that's 31. Okay, and then I'm going to do 31 times 8. 31 times 8, 24. Okay, so then I'm going to have 1/2 times 2, 48. Okay, so now I'm going to divide that by 2. 2 goes into 248. So 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. And 2 goes into 8 4 times. So my area of this trapezoid would be 124 centimeters squared. Okay? And that's all there is to it. Okay? So it's basically find the things and put the numbers in the correct areas. Okay? So let's do one more. It's a real world example. The bottom of a cupcake is shaped like a trapezoid as shown below. So if you see this, it's got a base here, the big base there, the big base on the bottom, and then it has the height there. So we're going to find the area of the side of that cupcake. Okay, so I know trapezoid is 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Okay, so 1/2 doesn't change. That base, my first base, that top big base is 5. And then that bottom small base, that flat one, is 2. And then that height is 4, because how tall it is 4 centimeters. And then I'm going to add first, do what's in parentheses first. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we're going to do 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. And then we're going to take half of 28, which ends up being 14. Because if I do 2 goes into 2 once, and then 2 goes into 8 4 times. So my answer ends up being 14 centimeters squared, and that's the area of that side. Okay? If you guys have any questions, make sure you let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Okay, let me exit out of this so I can show you what you are doing. You are doing I Excel today for area of trapezoids. It says it's 6th grade, but that's okay because you did it in 6th grade. But it's still finding area of trapezoid. Okay, so you want to find what the area of the trapezoid is. So if you look at this here, you know you need both bases and the height, but there's 4 numbers here. So remember, the bases are the flat sides that are parallel to each other. So these are my 2 bases, this 2 and the 6, and then the height is how tall it is. It's always going to be a dotted line. or it's going to be a flat side. Okay, and that's 6. If it's a diagonal side like that, then that's not a side we need the length of to get the answer. Okay, so same thing here, that has that diagonal side, so I can ignore that, and I'm just going to take this base, add it to this base, and then multiply by this and divide by 2. Okay, same thing. I'm trying to find out. So they're all the same. I'm trying to see if there's anything different. Same thing. Look at those. We don't need those because they're the diagonal ones. I just want this flat side, this one flat side, and then the height. Oh, this is trying to find what the height is given the area. So this is after you've gotten to 80 already, so you don't have to keep doing this. But if you do, you would have to set it equal. You would have to do 36 equals 1/2 6 plus 12, so 1/2 of 18 h, and then solve for h. Okay, that's a little more complicated. So once you get to past to 80, you don't have to do anything. Okay, and this is a challenge after 90 because then it adds in decimals. Okay, but once you get to 80, you don't have to do it anymore. You'll get 100 if you get an 80. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help, and you know how to get a hold of me. Thanks, guys. You have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.